Welcome back to Parnell Family Stadium. Lindsey Wilson victorious here tonight, 34-7. LWC head football coach Chris Oliver joins me now here in the press box. And Coach, that was a strange game. Not used to seeing only 13 passes out of the Blue Raiders, but I gotta think that it's something where you're excited the fact that that you can win multiple ways.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of good, a lot of positives to build on, and there were some things that were sloppy, especially at the end. Offensively, we didn't start well. Defense played lights out. I mean, just lights out on defense. And, I told the team, I said, what a shame, for all of us, but for our defensive players and defensive staff and our program that we didn't get a shutout. Because I felt like on defense we played consistently like we should have. We did hurt ourselves with a couple penalties late, but those were off of turnovers, where we should have had the offense on the field. But our offense started slow, and then we picked it up as the end of the first quarter and through the second quarter, and felt like, going into halftime, we were in a good spot, and we wanted to come out and run the ball and try to shorten the game a little bit and get out of here. And it went that way, where we only had the 13 pass attempts, and we didn't have a lot of third and long situations, and just sort of the play calling went through there of the game. But yeah, it was a weird game. Again, we're still looking for that 60-minute effort. We used to talk a lot years ago about, still looking for that 60-minute game, and we're still looking for that 60-minute game this year. I don't think we've had that yet. I know we haven't had that yet, and we have to find ways to continue to be detail-oriented and have an interest in being detail-oriented. And some of those details and lack of attention to details got us in the fourth quarter, and kind of came away with a little bit of a sour taste, where you give up those points. But hey, guess what? We went 1-0 against a team that, has always played us tough and has always, given us a big test, and we went 1-0.
You knew coming into the game, you and I talked about how you anticipated Cumberland would attack you defensively, especially considering the fact that Will McDonald and Ethan Cash, they're still trying to get their just trying to get used to playing collegiate football. Yeah. And I thought for the most part, Cumberland, did a really good job of that.
Yeah, I thought, I think the disappointing thing as we go and break down the tape, I think what we're going to find is that they got some pressure on us without bringing a lot of extra blitzers. I think that's probably the disappointing thing. We got to get back to playing physical football up front on a consistent basis. We have spurts where we're really good. And we have some spurts where, we get lulled to sleep or whatever that is. But we've got great talent and experience up front on the O-line. We had some new guys in there in spots and working on some different lineups. But, I think we're going to find that they got pressure on us in those handful of situations without bringing those six-man blitzes. And, we spent a lot of time working on those things through the week, and that's fine. That pays off for us. But we can't have, 4 pass rushers get to us, as quickly as we did. And some of that is things that you don't see when you're calling the game, or you don't see when you're in the stands. Maybe a route bus and your quarterback read breaks down. We had one of those situations in the fourth quarter tonight where we had a 3rd and 10, and one of our guys running a route ran the wrong route. And now all of a sudden your quarterback, his entire progression is going through something different, and you're holding the ball a little bit longer than where the ball could have come out. So things like that happen, things like quarterbacks not getting through their reads. So, the O-line takes the brunt of that. You have a sack number on that, and you say, okay, O-line, running backs, you got to do it. And part of that is on them, but part of that is on quarterbacks, guys running the routes. It's a team game, so we got plenty to sharpen up.
Coach, it's a program record tonight. And I know you like talking about 1-0, but that's 15 straight wins. We've never done that before. And you're also a guy who likes to do things you've never done before. I know that about you as well. So whether you want to talk about it or not, I'm going to say it. It's pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty special time to be a Blue Raider, and we're excited about it. And the way you go 15-0 is or win 15 in a row is you go 1-0 15 times.
I was waiting for you to say that.
It's that's our mantra in our program,
sure.
and that is that's real. But I can tell you this week, I saw it in the stats, I saw it in the game notes that hey, we tied a program record for wins, or at some point it came in my attention, and that's not something our players ever knew this week, and that's not something our players are terribly concerned about. And that's the way we want it.
Right.
So, really proud of our guys. We played a tough opponent, tough game, and came back and went 1-0, and we'll try and do it again next week.
Yeah, and this was a divisional game. You and I didn't really talk about too much in the pregame, but any divisional game is important if you want to win a third straight Bluegrass Division championship. This is a good start to that quest, I guess.
For sure, you got to get off to a fast start with that, and you got to make sure that you respect every opponent and you prepare that way. And I'll just share something with you here before we get off. We had our team meal and finished up lunch and went back to the office. I was just checking scores before we came out to the office, and all of a sudden Kaiser is barely up on Florida Memorial, who's 0-5 and brand new program, and just kind of shared that with our guys and said, hey, this is what you can fall into if you don't fully prepare and respect that. I said what happened is Kaiser beat Cumberland 38 or whatever that score was, and then they watched Cumberland beat Florida Memorial last week on video. So Kaiser goes and plays Florida Memorial and probably falls into that trap that a lot of 18 to 22-year-olds do.
Right.
And what do? We beat Kaiser in week 2. We're watching video all week of Kaiser beating Cumberland, and that can get in your head with the way you prepare and the way you go about your business. So I think that this team is still a work in progress, and that's why we have coaches, because we can coach people up, and that's what we're trying to do, right? So we're a work in progress. We're not there yet, and we got to keep getting better.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That's OWC head football coach Chris Oliver. Blue Raiders win it by a score of 34-7. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Blue Raiders.